Truman accepts his world as factual even when there are clear signs to the contrary. The film diverts from this pure state to have a proper story, but the first act in and of itself is extremely interesting even before the seemingly heavy leaning towards the discussion of creator versus captor. Is Christof a creator or captor? Is Truman essentially a zoo animal being paraded around in questionable fashion with a fee attached to this viewing?
I was watching when you took your first step.
I think the end of the film leaves these questions for us.
I watched you on your first day of school.
But before we head there, one of my favorite scenes is the televised interview. I'm a sucker for any morality argument, but especially when there isn't a clear side.
What right do you have to take a baby and turn his life into some kind of mockery?
Nothing either party says is wholly wrong. There are errors, dependent on your view, but neither side walks away fully victorious.
Sea Haven is the way the world should be.
The questions then linger or shape our view of previous information, like with the mother pushing for grandchildren. This is a pretty normal request from aging family members, but in retrospect to the argument and the talk of the spin-off series, it's hard not to then question how the spin-off would work. Is it okay to shape that child's life like Truman's was and is? Was it okay in the first place just because Truman's mother did not want him? Should a corporation own intellectual rights to a person without any consent? But wouldn't it be okay since the corporation was acting as a legal guardian? I believe people should always have these thoughts when viewing a story, but scenes like the phone call go a long way in starting the thoughts or keeping people on track when they say, don't pick up on the creator of the show being a stand-in for a creator. The film portrays Christof as near omniscient, just short. In his logic and discerning less so, but in vision, definitely. But is he benevolent? Going back to what I previously talked about, is detaining someone in near perfection good? The God of Christianity is said to have created something good, but allowed the beast and the Leviathan to roam. In other words, the world isn't kept perfect and people were given free will. That's timeless discussion in itself, but just for the sake of argument, if free will is the allowance of even greater than the set standard if you play your cards right with a bit of luck, isn't the absence of free will then playing a standard game with no stakes, essentially making the whole endeavor pointless? Christof, more than likely spelled like so for a reason, wants people to believe, and maybe even has himself believing, that Truman has free will to leave, at least. But where's his equivalent to the tree of knowledge of good and evil? Or better yet, where's his Bible? In a sense, the God of Christianity gives you a written account of every way in which you can deny him. Where's Truman's list? Where's his information on what's happening to him? Statements are made of possible escape, and yet when the opportunity arises, Truman is nearly killed for it. With a final plea and a call to mercy, the creator changes tact in an effort to keep his creation going at the behest of his most prized creation.
You can speak. I can hear you.
This is why I love The Truman Show. For me, it creates a dialogue about benevolence. Truman is a charming everyman being controlled by someone who, by all accounts, believes he is doing good. But being stuck in his own shadow has warped the meaning of the word. Or, Truman may be a petulant child that can't see what's truly good for him, including the shroud of ignorance. Beyond that, it connects to us in the same way it connects to the in-universe audience. Oh, and its attention to paranoia and the leading to a name disorder in real life is fascinating. And you can't forget the look at enabling actors and the wide audience. There's just so much.
What else is on?
Yeah, let's see what else.
Where's the TV guy?